OLB reacts.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Only Leeds Bros. Hope everyone is keeping and doing well. Dillo, what's happening? How are you keeping?
Oh, good, lads. Oh, good. I'm refreshed after the little break that we were having. Still busy in work, but sure, look, it's the way it goes there. It's the way it goes. But bit dry, we considering we have to wait till Sunday till Leeds smash Pompey's heads in altogether. I think we're due another win after that. Kind of, you could say, underrated performance as such. Should have got the win. But look, we move on. But anyway, on a positive note, this is our first OLB Reacts live. So it's to give this a go and see how it turns out. But anyway, Darren, you take it away, Darren.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. Obviously, if you've been following the channel and been a subscriber of Only Leeds Bros for the last couple of weeks, we are doing a new segment on the channel called OLB Reacts, where we basically react to everything Leeds United. So we basically put videos together or stuff that we think that you guys might like. This week is Jermaine Beckford. We're really looking forward to this and actually really enjoyed making it. And I think, Dylan, when we make these videos, and we've talked about it before when we done Tony Abon, Pablo Hernandez, and if you have missed them videos, go back and give them a watch as well. It kind of brings you back, Dylan, doesn't it? Because you can pretty much in life kind of be in the moment, aren't you? Like, and living it kind of now, and everything kind of, when Leeds lose a game of football or Daniel Farke is getting his kind of critics, you don't really kind of realise how bad it was back then. And even though we had some shining lights back then in them days, the likes of your, Jermaine Beckford with Becky for a period as well, and with Ross McCormick then after that, we did have some good players for us in very dark times. So when you're making these videos and putting them together, it really does kind of pull you back down memory lane, doesn't it?
Well, for me, Darren, straight off the bat, don't get me wrong, like you introduced me to Leeds at a young age, but all I've ever known is Leeds being not in the Premier League, put it that way. That's the best way to describe it. So for me, the likes of Jermaine Beckford, Johnny House and Pecchio, Snodgrass, the list goes on. They were the players I grew up in. Now, don't get me wrong, coming into the Premier League with Bielsa was
different gravy.
I don't know, it was just mad, like, considering, it took me a while to get used to it. It's still hard to believe. But yeah, it's all I've ever known. So them players to me, as I said, like, we went out on the football pitch or just, out with my mates playing football, they were all, your Torres, your Wayne Rooney. I was Becky or Beckford. Snodgrass on occasional, So for me, it was these are the moments that I lived for, especially wonderful goals, good times for me anyway.
And it's like when you look at it, Dylan, when I was making these videos, like, it's not really too long ago when you look back to the Jermaine Beckford days, like, it does feel like a moment in time and it feels like so long ago, but it's not really. It's not really that, like, you're only probably talking about 5 years ago when Ellen Road was only hitting a capacity, of 20,000. Obviously we were still kind of coming out of the Chileno years, moving on to the Radrazani kind of days, and it's not that long ago, but on the other side of it does feel like a long time ago, doesn't it, as well? And Jermaine Beckford was a shining light, Dylan, wasn't he? Like, back in them days, and like, what a player he was, and he gave us some tremendous moments, and we'll go through them and we'll get into the video soon as. But you think of the one, at Old Trafford, against Man United in the FA Cup, we still sing about it today. Unbelievable. The two against Spurs in the FA Cup as well, the last minute penalty he gave us, that the promotion goal against Bristol Rovers as well. Unbelievable scenes. It's something I think every Leeds United fan has watched back time and time again. Watching that ball hit the back of the net, and the pitch invasion and being promoted out of League One, and it kind of felt like this was the transition. The dark days were kind of well and truly behind Leeds United, and yeah, he was a part of that. And I remember we'll obviously get into it a little bit more, but when he did leave for Everton, I remember that was a knife to the heart. That was a big one. That Jermaine Beckford, but looking back now, I think he had to make that move. He was scoring plenty of goals for us. We'll get into it. So Leeds United did sign him in 2006 from Wealdstone, so a non-league Wealdstone. And he came to Leeds United in 2006. He spent 4 years at the football club, making 126 appearances for Leeds United, scoring 71 goals in that time. Really, really good record. And then we know then he did move on then to Everton then after that, and had a decent stint at Everton then as well. And he only recently finished playing back in 2019. And then we know that Jermaine does a lot of work with the football club now as well. And we obviously did see Dylan as well that he has been announced for the charity game in the Carlisle grounds, Leeds United versus Borough Legends. Where I think it's Ian Hart that's playing. Jermaine Beckford has been confirmed as well, so it's absolutely brilliant. So we're looking forward to that one as well. So he's still doing a lot around Leeds United, and you do see him on Sky as well. But what a football player Dylan Jermaine Beckford
it's just was. Going back, a lot of people be like Mark Viduka. Don't get me wrong, I loads of Viduka as well, but I was very, very young. When Viduka was playing.
You are.
So for me, I
just about remember Viduka playing. So yeah, definitely so before you.
Beckford was my heartthrob, sort of thing. And look, obviously, don't get me wrong, Becchio was a wonder player as well, but something just a bit more special with Beckford. I think it's, we get into it anyway with the goal that he scored against Scum, but what a man, and just real quickly, going back to that goal alone, and friends that are watching this right now, they'll know what I mean. I have a lot of Scum fans, of friends, of Chelsea,
acquaintances.
The list goes on, and going into school, I'll never forget it. The next day, after that match against Scum, winning 1-0, and I wore my jersey in, by the way, as well. So just to wind them up that little bit more. And there was one fella I don't like, and I still don't like today. He's probably watching, and I hope he is. Smash his head in. When he wasn't, he was a United fan, and he was the first person that went up and he kissed me badge. Like that, just to rub it in that little bit more, Then,
love it.
Look, considering the team that we were getting, they were meant to be champions, you could say, to lose against an iconic team like Leeds United.
The year before that team, when you look back, Wayne Rooney was in that team as well. Gary Neville and Wes Brown was there as well. So they were players, that were kind of the staple of Manchester United at that time. They were recently just the champions of the Champions League as well, so champions of Europe at the time as well. They were the holders at the time. This was little League One Leeds United, going up to Old Trafford, 5,000 travelling Leeds United fans going up there. We hear a lot of stories, and I know a couple of lads that were actually in the away end, in the Stratford end as well, when that ball went in, and trying to hold their emotions when the ball hit the back of the net. And I remember that day, Dylan, so well with Casper Ankergren in and he was absolutely peppered. He was peppered in goal by Wayne Rooney as well. And yeah, it was just an unbelievable day, and it just felt right. And that manager, we do fail to kind of speak about him highly as well, but Simon Grayson Dylan around that time as well, brilliant. really dragged that club through. And we forget as well that Ken Bates was in charge at that time as well. So some people say he was fighting with one hand behind his back. For me, I thought it was two, because we all know how Bates ran the football club at the time, and any kind of decent player with decent money was kind of being sold on. So Grayson was unbelievable. He was a shining light. And even when we went up to the championship the year after, Beckford, he was absolutely brilliant. We'll get to the couple of comments. Sorry, go ahead, Dylan.
I just remember, I think I've seen a video before, and it was basically just going back to the Ken Bates situation where Beckford was, after coming off great seasons, and he reckons if he had given him another contract, Leeds would have been promoted back to back. Yeah. With the team that he had now. He wasn't solely, on himself, but it was in that direction of the players that were there, wingers, defenders, midfielders, including himself. But no, wasn't given one. And he said he would have took a pay cut as well.
He said he would have, and you can see by how highly he speaks to Leeds United still, Dylan, that he loves the football club as well. We'll get into a couple of comments anyway, Dylan, before we get into watching Jermaine Beckford's best moments for Leeds United. Lena Carlin says, Evening, Lenny, hope you're keeping well. Jermaine Beckford scored a great goal in some shit hole. Unbelievable, Sean Healy. Was a light in a very dark time, and that's true, Sean. Yeah, we've already touched on that, but he really, really was a shining light for Leeds United at that time. Amy Clark says, Evening, Amy, hope you're keeping well. I'll be there with you, lads. You will indeed, Sean, buddy. You will be indeed. The 10th of May in the Carlisle grounds for Leeds United. Legends be unbelievable. Lads, I got tickets to the Legends game of Bray. Ian Hart and Becks will be playing, yeah. And I think Ross McCormick is, if I'm not mistaken, I'm nearly sure Ross McCormick. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Matt Kilgallen as well, Dylan, might be in it as well. And Paul Reaney and Mel Storer, and they're going to be there as well. And there's loads more to be announced as well in the coming weeks as well. So it's going to be brilliant. Bray should be good. It's going to be a brilliant day, especially if Leeds get promoted and a load of Leeds fans descending on Bray. Would be absolutely crazy. Sean Healy says, defo Amy, yeah, 100%. Dillo, let's get into it anyway. Jermaine Beckford's best bits for Leeds United. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. let's get into it. We'll just sit back and enjoy his best moments for Leeds United.
All we want from each game, we want the 3 points, and like everybody can see what our aim is now. So
it's all about the top two. It's all about automatic now, is it?
We want to get it, no, like whether it's top two or whether it's through the playoffs. That.
Just finally, Jermaine, there's a fair bit of transfer speculation about you. Where do you see your own future?
What shirt am I wearing, bruv? Are you being serious?
Oh, look, straight off the ball. Look, this goal. Look at this.
Run.
Look at touch was horrendous, man. Whenever.
Yeah, but it
What
just made
a
it, Dylan,
goal.
didn't it? Like, what a finish,
It's
man.
the celebration alone. Isn't it?
It's a celebration.
Someone
And
comes over, attacks
Gary
him, he does a
Neville
big roar.
stunned.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Gary Neville stunned just watching it trickle
What
into
a
the net.
goal.
That one as well. Remember that last minute. Fraser Foster with a horrendous.
That's some celebration. Look at your man, the van in the back. Brilliant.
Fraser Foster
brilliant.
fuming.
Yeah, you would
There
be.
were
Like.
great atmospheres at Ellen Road them days.
look
Unbelievable.
Look at him now. Oh my god. Just a little flick. Remember that?
Great finish.
I love the celebrations. It's just
He's some goal scorer.
yeah.
This is my favourite. I know the one against United, but I love this one. Finish.
They look at the celebration. They look, did it.
You knew we had it in the bag.
Grace. And they go, oh, man, look, the whole place was so tense. Go, man.
Oh,
look
look
at
at that.
limbs and body parts everywhere.
Same
Becky
again.
would
It
him up off the floor, look. Like getting him. Doink.
Wow. Finish.
Oh my god.
Left foot as well. Oh,
Oh
what a
my god.
I don't know how we got this one into the net as well.
Yeah, I
No
don't-
matter
yeah,
how many
he
times I
kind of
watch
like.
it, he
He's
looks
kind of.
swiveled on it.
Yeah. What a goal.
Like, how did he get that in the back? The
He
goalkeeper
just
there.
fell.
as well.
Like, he kind of fell to it.
Love this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
So well. What was Dawson doing, man? Just
No,
stand
no
him up,
idea.
like.
And like saying now, like,
All he had to
clearly
do
it was a
was-
penalty.
Stonewall penalty
Clearly it was a penalty. Look. Chopped him down, look.
every
Go
day.
on,
of the week.
Bex. Go on, Bex.
It's a Stonewall penalty. How he's like even protesting that.
Boom. What a goal. Into the roof of the net.
Look at
Take
the
that
Leeds
out.
fans as well.
Take it out of the back of the net.
Not getting anywhere near that.
Man,
What?
he's unreal at penalties, wasn't he, to be fair? Oh, I love this one. Oh, it's a cracker. He's
Right foot,
deadly,
left
wasn't he?
foot, not
Honestly.
a bothered him.
Yoink.
Keeper, what's the keeper doing?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. No man's land. Place is going mad.
Carlo.
I love
Look
his
at
penalties, man.
penalties,
Yeah, the
man.
penalties. Bang.
He was just instinctive, Dylan, wasn't he?
He was just a natural goal finisher. He could just do it. Whoa!
Finish.
I love this celebration there. Everyone just keeps sliding.
Enoch show on me,
Everyone-
man. That is a throwback.
What's this? Oh yeah.
Man, this game scored a hat trick.
Oh.
The next one, Dylan, the next one is unbelievable.
I know it. Yeah.
New Robinson, man. What a team, man. This is a serious throwback. Oh,
What a goal, man! Oh my god. Look
What a
at you
jersey.
see at the back of the yeah.
yeah, what a jersey.
Oh, watch this pass, Darren.
Robert Snodgrass.
Oh,
Ah.
lads, we had a good though. We had a goal, didn't we?
Look at Ellen Rowe.
Yeah. What a header. What a header. I don't know, it's his knee slide. It was just quality.
Just right foot, left foot header,
Yeah.
like not a bottle.
Why is the keeper, man?
Doing?
Boom.
What? You're getting nowhere near.
It
What
was
is
that
he
good, we
doing?
had to see it again.
Yeah. Great
I
finish.
love it. I love this jersey.
Dave Prutton. Look.
I love that jersey.
What a finish.
Darren, if I'm not right, I think you got me that jersey with Beckford on the back of it, am I right?
I think I did. Look at that for pace, Dylan. Defend. Oh,
What a goal, man.
what a finish.
Oh, Darren, watch this one. Yoink, yoink. Yeah, good look.
Keeper sent to the shop.
I love that jersey.
Lovely jersey, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Actually, was
cracking.
glad. And the Hughes. Oh, that
My
header.
God.
What a header, front post run. He was strong as well, Dylan, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah, he's very strong. Yeah, look, just calm and composed every time.
keeper, man.
Made
Oh,
brilliant.
he was unbelievable. And he like
He's
what
quality,
a player,
pure
what
quality.
a player.
Pure quality.
It's a serious throwback, Dylan, isn't it? You see players there, like obviously watching Becks is unbelievable, but when you see players there like that, like your Andy Robinsons, Fraser Richardson's, do you remember him? Andy Hughes, like just a serious throwback. Like what a team that was at the time. Sean Healy says, "Wash out my wearing, bro." But I remember that, and I think didn't he bring out jerseys? No, Sean, you'd remember this as well. I think they brought out yellow jerseys with the caption on it, "Wash out my wearing, bro," and then every Leeds fan was going around wearing them at that time.
Wearing them after that, yeah.
Yeah,
Quality.
like I remember it just went absolutely viral. So some celebration says Amy Clark, Ellen Road rocking. Yeah, like, the atmosphere, Dylan. When you go back and you touch on the atmosphere back there in them days, like they were different gravy, weren't they? Like I remember going to Ellen Road, just and your head would just be thumping coming out of Ellen Road. The noise was just
I
absolutely
said that
electric.
was the first time. Well, not around that era. It was the first time I went to Ellen Road. So for me, even though at times it was half empty, the atmosphere, as you said, was just unbelievable. So I got to see Beckford a few times.
Yeah.
Got to see him score. I think he scored against Reading, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was at that one. I think
he scored most games we went over till he scored goals. He was quality
He
player.
was quality.
I'll keep him well. Danny, thanks for popping in. Danny says Beckford there, what a player. Especially for 50 grand, absolute bargain. Gareth Goodman, absolute bargain.
I'd sign him again.
So cool and collected he really was. What a finisher. Danny says Andy Hughes and Paddy Kisnorbo. Do you remember Paddy Kisnorbo? He was the general warrior, Dylan. Like he was like the Pontus Janssen and the Joe Rodon before that. Like he was solid. I think he wore the Pumas or the Umbro black boots, like the all black ones. You just knew he was a hard fuck. Like you were getting nowhere near the ball. Like, and always was blood coming out of his mouth, always bandages on his head and everything. What a player, Paddy Kisnorbo.
What a player.
Yeah, 100%. Sean says Fraser Richardson was the player who scored the first goal after dropping out of the Prem. I actually remember that. That's a good shout, John. I remember that one. I always remember, didn't he get one in the playoff semi-final against Preston? I'm nearly sure he did. I think when we had Hulse and Richard Cresswell playing for us at that time as well. Just, an unbelievable team that was back then. Danny says Jason Crowe, that's a serious throwback as well. Right back, unbelievable. Kisnorbo walked so Rodon could run 100%. He was quality, wasn't he? Every week, Dylan, week in, week out, he'd just be bandaged up and all. Like, just unbelievable player. No so-called injuries back then. That was Kilgallen who scored. Was it Kilgallen? I thought Fraser Richardson got one as well that day, buddy. I thought he did. And Danny says 80. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a throwback. Yeah.
He was only on the square ball there a few weeks ago, and it was like, it's mad because like these players that like they just completely go out of your head, don't you? Because look, there's been so many players that have played for the football club like down the years, and our time alive supporting Leeds United, like you do forget one or two, they slip through the cracks, but it is the odd time when they pop back up again and someone else or another fan mentions the name and you're like, Jesus Christ, yeah, like do you remember him? But I always remember was over in Leeds, and we went for a full weekend. We were after being to the game the day before. I can't remember who it was against. Leeds definitely won anyway because I remember being buzzing. But the following night, we were at the booking tickets to the cinema, and I'm sure Danny and Sean might be able to tell us as well. The cinema in Leeds is unbelievable, like top of the range cinema. It's not like cinemas like over here in Ireland, like unbelievable. There's a bar and all up the back of it. And I remember walking in, getting into the lift, and just waiting, just about to push the button to go up to the next floor. And AD White walks in then with his missus, and I remember like AD White, and I was starstruck, Dylan. Like I was just like, Jesus Christ, it's AD White. Like,
what's the story with you bumping into Leeds players when you open the door?
I don't know, like, but it was the most randomest thing ever.
AD White when you're going to the cinema, and then you bump into Stuart Dallas and you're going for a piss.
Yeah, it was mad. And I remember he was injured at that time. Like, he was out with a longish term injury. If I'm right, I think it might have been his knee, but he wasn't playing around that time. He was definitely out of the squad for a good old stretch, and because I remember his knee was in like his knee like braced up. One of them kind of not like a bandage, but like an actual kind of brace thing.
The black ones.
Yeah, the black
like
kind of.
Yeah, they have I think about 4 straps on it, and then both sides for the knee itself. to stop it from
stop it from moving. But he was out for a good while. I think he did.
Yeah.
It could have been the ACL. I must look into it, but he definitely did something bad. Mikalik as well. He was a beast, and he wasn't. He was a train of a man. Unbelievable. Yeah, I was wrong. It was Holtz and Fraser Richardson who scored. See that? I knew that, Sean. It was up there. I remember Holtz definitely got one, and it was Fraser Richardson. But I think wasn't it sort of a deflection with Fraser Richardson as well. But I remember it was at Deepdale. Yeah, great goal. And Gareth says Simon Grayson making him captain when not playing well, and he stepped up scoring goals versus Bristol with Max Gradle being sent off to win promotion to the championship point. Remember, he was handing the captain's armband that day. And didn't he, Gareth, if I'm not mistaken, I think he dropped Johnny Howson that day, didn't he? I think Johnny Howson started on the bench. Then he came on
he did. I think
as a sub, and he scored a cracker of a goal to get us back into it 1-1. And yeah, like what Gareth says, when I remember watching it on Sky Sports, down with that Sky Sports News, and it obviously the news filtered through that Max Gradle was after being sent off when Leeds were down to 10 men, and it was showing some of the pictures on Sky, and Beckford was trying to restrain him and get him off the pitch, and he just completely lost his head. And me and my dad just looked at each other and were just like, here we go again. Like, it's just the usual Leeds United. Like, we just absolutely capitulate the last day of the season, but we didn't. We clawed it back, and yeah, unbelievable. Bet you bumped into Rooney. No, not yet. We'll see what happens, Sean. We'll see what happens. Mike Grella and David Sommer. David Sommer was brilliant, and he was.
Oh, he was actually.
David Sommer. Only for some of the injuries he had, Dylan, he would have been what a player. Mike Grella was kind of hit and miss. I know he does be knocking about the club the odd time here and there, but he was kind of hit and miss at times. Danny says Eddie Lewis. His free kicks, man. Oh my God, Dylan. He was quality. What a player he was for Leeds. Every time he got a free kick outside the box. Yes, Danny, remember singing Sama in the summertime back in class. Yeah, just quality. But mad times, Dylan, though, wasn't it? Like when you look back, and I think it's good. This is what I love looking back on kind of the recent history of Leeds United, because we all can be in that like little bubble now, we're top of the championship with 3 points. We all always think, we're always so skeptical as Leeds fans that everything's going to fall apart. And I seen Connor and One Leeds the other day did a video saying it as well, that it's just in the Leeds United DNA, isn't it? That we always kind of have this feeling that we're going to crumble, that we're going to fall apart. And there's always kind of this negativity around the club. But it's always so nice to kind of pull you back, isn't it, to them times, Dylan, and kind of remember that things were a lot worse than what they are now. And the club, it makes you realise now that the club is in very, very good hands now.
Good hands, yeah.
With the 49ers, with Daniel Farke, the players that we have here that we all have grown to like love again. It's just so good to see, isn't it? And it kind of even actually gives me a more confidence for the rest of the season.
Well, for me, Darren, as I said, this is what I was brought up in when I came to Leeds. So I was always, due to heartbreak. So when we did get promoted, it was a different gravy for me to see that. But then, me being young and naive at the time, thinking we were the best thing since sliced bread, realistically realising, saying to myself, we still have another league to go before we're in the Premier League. And it took another few years after that before we done it. But yeah, no, it's great. Look, at the end of the day, for me, it's going back, because right now it's surreal. And as you said, the club is in good hands. And, this season alone and last season kind of proves that you fall in love with every new player that comes in the door. The fan base is really more wholesome as to what it was back in the day. No fault to any fan. I'm not saying fans are the club was being run in just a pure disaster. But at the end of the day, as you said, you look at it now and you're kind of saying to yourself, like, is this real? Like, or is this a dream? It's like I still can't get over it. Like, let's think about it. We were in the Premier League. Like, we were back in the Premier League. Smash Liverpool.
Just did build on it. But I feel like now, Dylan, like that we are in a better place than what we were. And I think we all probably had the blinkers on with Rodgers Haney when we did go to the Premier League. The last time, look at the first season finished, Dylan, COVID.
Unbelievable.
Nine place finish. What Bielsa done with that team. Like, and I think probably in another 10 years time, we'll look back at it even more fondly and just go, how did he do that? Some of them players in that team. And we heard Dallas speak about it as well, Dylan, in the Q&A as well. Speaking about how, he got this group of players, like mid to lower championship table players, to be able to finish ninth in the Premier League. Yeah, a couple of additions here and there, but not many. And it was just, it just water into wine stuff from Bielsa. But I feel like now the club is in a lot better place than financially with the 49ers. backing is there. We'll be able to spend a little bit more. We also have Ellen Road, who's about to go under construction as well, and get the redevelopment and up the capacity as well, which is well needed, and a bit of redevelopment. So everything just seems to be heading in the right
direction
for the football club,
yeah.
which where you hear so many people saying when we went to the Premier League the last time, we were a Premier League team stats wise, but we were run like a League One club, behind it all. But it seems like all that has changed now, and you can kind of see it. We don't see a chairman like Prague on Twitter, tweeting back fans, and when he's had a couple of glasses of wine, telling us we're signing this player and Adam Forshaw's our new signing and stuff like this. So it's ran properly now, isn't it? It feels like a proper Premier League club now, and it just feels like it's just waiting for us to get it over the line. And the excitement is building for me now, Dylan, because I remember this stage last year with 11 games to go. That's when I kind of felt like we were on that, that final kind of home stretch. And obviously we know then Blackburn happened in QPR and stuff like that. But it feels like now we're in a lot better place, doesn't it, going into these last 11 cup finals, the way I look at them.
Yeah, cup finals is dead right, but it's like we're the sleeping beast, and then we're on the verge of waking up, and the sleeping giant, sorry, as you'd say. But I think I'm the type of person to solely concentrate on the league. But as you said, 11 cup finals to go. It's all in the hands of the players now, and especially after this international break, it's right, lads. You can see the finish line. It's there. Let's just get it over the line. First or second, I don't care. Look, don't get me wrong. I think we deserve to win it, considering the last time the fans didn't get to celebrate with the players. In Ellen Road where it should be, and then not trying to upset any people or etc. But even down to like past players like Norman Hunter, Jack Shelton as well, players that have lost their lives to not see Leeds back, and then under the circumstances of COVID, it just didn't. It was typical, wasn't it? It was just typical Leeds, like 16 years old. There had to be a pandemic, So this time around, hopefully we do it right. And look, please God, hopefully I'm in Ellen Road when it does happen. But yeah, no, I'm definitely buzzing. It's surreal. It's going in the right direction anyway. And even with my son now growing up, I'd be saying to myself in my head, going, if Leeds do become this kind of new kind of type of club, like your Chelsea, your Arsenal, ran like that. I was saying to myself in the back of my head, Jesus, son, you should have seen what it was like before. But it's good to see. Do you know what else is good, actually? Scum are going in the direction that we were going in. So I hope they go for those 16 years. I think they deserve it. I think, after all the hurt that we've been through, let us go up there now and dominate the league for a few.
And that's what you see. I seen Chelsea as well there a couple of weeks ago outside Stamford Bridge, and they had all the banners like "Stop around our club" and "Killing our club" and stuff like this. You just don't even know the half of it, lads. You just don't even know. Just because your club isn't doing well in the Premier League, you think it's the worst thing in the world. So we go down to the doldrums of League One, brink of administration. The thought of your club never even existing anymore, and having to try and pick a new club. We see it now through Bury and Wimbledon as well in the past as well. So yeah, they don't know heartbreak, Dylan. Them football clubs. Garrett says, lads, how confident of us making a real goal of staying up in the Premier League if we get promoted? I'd be confident enough, Garrett. I really would. And I think the reason being, and I don't want to kind of come across here as big-headed and probably wear the Leeds blinkers a little bit, but I think Leeds are a massive football club and have a massive attraction. I think if we do go up to the Premier League, or when we go up to the Premier League, whoever the other two comes up with us, I think we'd be a better pull, Dylan, with you, for being a promoted side, for players actually wanting to attract players to come to the football club. And I think the spending power as well, Gareth, of the 49ers, what we have behind us as well, I do think we'll make a good go. And we've seen the 49ers recently, the windows that we've had, we've recruited extremely well, in the circumstances of, all these, release clauses and contracts, how the club have dealt with that as well. And the recruitment, Dylan, it's so underrated as well. And, Tanaka is obviously the main one as well. But even, you look at the likes of Jayden Bogle, who's brilliant in this league as well. It's been really, really good since the 49ers came in. So I'd look to that, Garrett, with a little bit of confidence, to be honest with you, the way the 49ers have ran the football club since they've taken 100% stake in it. But yeah, I'd say confident, quietly confident that would stay up. I wouldn't say overconfident. I wouldn't put my house ratting on it that would stay up, because look, we've seen that the three teams that went up last season are all in them bottom positions in the Premier League and being cut adrift. So the gap is there, and I think Tony Mowbray did touch on it as well after the West Brom game. He did say that Leeds will probably have to look to spend anywhere from 150 to 200 million to try and compete, and I don't think that's unrealistic, and I think he probably is. He has a bit of a point there, Dylan, doesn't he?
Well, just going back to what Garrett is saying there, from my point of view, considering with Bielsa, Radrizzani, etc., we've always heard about Ellen Road being expanded, and that seems to be signed and sealed, and it's going to be delivered, come the summer, and hopefully when we're in the Prem. So, for me, I think if a chairman and a board is promising the fans and the board itself that we're going to expand Ellen Road to, if I'm not mistaken, UEFA category B, is it? For basically, for Champions League games of a standard, what it should be in 2025. For me, that just kind of shows and proves that they're going like full at it. That being said, we do get promoted, I think, the first couple of weeks, months before the Premier League starts will tell what way Leeds are going to kind of form, considering, as Tony Mowbray said, spending 200 million on players, which I think is madness. But I definitely think there's a massive amount of recruitment needed, the spine of the team itself. But I think more or less every position should be kind of filled to a certain degree.
We do need to look at it, Dylan, though. We do look realistic, and again, it's a more deeper conversation for another day. But when you do touch on it, like, definitely the spine of that team needs one. I think you definitely need another kind of solid centre half in there. I don't think Strike and Road on should be solely relied on. You definitely need someone else in there kind of pushing them. You're looking at a left back because notoriously we've seen what Fairpo's been like in the Premier League for us as well. And again, the question mark is over him whether he does move on as well. You probably need another midfielder in there as well. I think El Tanaka could definitely take the step up as well. Then you look at Dan James, and we know he can do it in the Premier League, and I think he's probably better equipped for the Premier League this time as well.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of them players there where you'd look and hope that they would take the step up like the way them players did under Bielsa, and that's i.e. your Joe Pirro's, can Jayden Bogle have a second crack at the whip, and can he do better in the Premier League this time as well? Your like your Ramazani, Brendan Aronson as well. What's going to be the situation with him? Are we going to go for number 10, or are we going to stick with him in the Premier League? I'd like to think we'd invest. So there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of work to be done when and if we do get out of this division, Dylan. But it's more so at the minute where I am. I'm trying to just pull myself back and be level headed and be grounded, and just enjoy this little run in. Do you know what I mean? Because like what you said, and you bring it back to the Bielsa promotion season as well. It was all very up in the air. Where are you going to stop the league? And I remember we were back, there was a spike in COVID cases as well, and there was another kind of murmur about the league being stopped again, but we kind of finished it through then after that. So I think this time we have to enjoy it. As football fans, you really be doing this. These little moments, and it's like what we done there, watching that Beckford video, and the reason why we do these OBL reacts, because you can look on back on things with fondness, rather than actually being in the moment and enjoying it there and then, do you know what I mean? Because you're thinking to the future, what could happen, how's this going to turn out? You always want the destination, so I think it's more so, let's just enjoy the journey.
Well, it's just like, us starting only Leeds Bros back in August, and I've been loving this, everyone that we've met along the way, everyone's been brilliant, and can't thank everyone enough. But apart from all that, next season, there's a possibility that we won't be as happy and flush as what we are this season, it's going to be tough. So yeah, you're right, Dan. You have to enjoy what's in front of you, and I think that's something I'm beginning to learn as a Leeds fan, because I'm always worrying and I'm always pushing about what if and the future, and to be honest with you, I need to stop that, and I think every Leeds fan does, because
we do,
we've solely been screwed over totally over again, and not saying that the 49ers won't do that, but at the minute we're in good hands and we keep it going. When it happens, it happens. All that matters is that I'm going to be there every step of the way. I'm a Leeds fan. Yeah,
it's true, thick and thin, Dylan. That's it. You have to enjoy the process, don't you? We'll be enjoying it on the 10th of May, lads. 100%, Sean. We will be. Myself and Dylan are booking flights over to the Bristol, the last home game of the season as well. So we're going to go over in the hope. And in the hope, Dylan, that it's going to be a promotion party, whether we get a ticket or not. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to head over for the Bristol City game, and yeah, fingers crossed we get tickets for the last home game of the season. Healy can't guarantee that. Nothing's guaranteed in this world, buddy. Nothing is guaranteed. Sean, I'm loving your positive 17. I can feel your vibe in Leeds from Ireland. Love it. We will, I promise you. You have to be positive. I love it, Sean. Love your positivity, buddy. Hashtag OLB. Hashtag OLB, are you in? If so, I'll see you there in July. Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, what is that you
Yeah,
talking about? Yeah, so
yeah.
myself and Dylan are doing the charity match that you would have all seen Joe Blackburn announce the charity game for prostate cancer UK. So myself and Dylan will be looking to book flights as well over in January. The things that it's the 20th of January, that's confirmed. So we'll be heading over for that weekend as well for the charity game to be, drinking and to be very kind of strict eating and hydration, Dylan. Yeah.
Lads, I just got to confirm, I'm actually not playing because my knee is hanging together. I can't take the risk. But Darren, I'll be on the sideline as a coach, telling people what to do. And, that's if they listen to me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so we are heading over to the charity game as well, the Leeds Creator Cup. It's in the process. Joe Blackburn is doing brilliant things. If you're watching this, Joe, fair play to you, because some of the stuff that he's doing behind the scene, lads, working day and night to get it up and running, insurance, sponsors, kits, footballs, trying to organise teams, everything. A lot more is going into it than what meets the eye. So absolutely brilliant to you, Joe Blackburn, for sorting that out. And Dylan will be a coach there as well. So I think Dylan might be taking the warm up in the pub or something like that. But
yeah, say that. Yeah.
Hopefully, my hamstring holds together for longer than 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Dylan, I think that's it for OBL Reacts. You got anything else to add before we wrap it up tonight?
No, thanks very much to everyone tuning in. I actually thought it was quite good. Guys, let us know in the comments below, though, should we do them live or should we leave them as videos? Because I'm actually really happy to do the live, to interact with people, get people's different thoughts on, the one and only Jermaine Beckford. But yeah, no, love you all, and thanks to everyone continuing the support, and buzzing.
Yeah.
Pure buzzing.
It's been quality. Yeah, lads, just to echo exactly what Dylan is saying as well. Thanks very much again for all the support. We're fast approaching 2K subscribers now, which again is unbelievable.
Madness.
And we keep saying it, which is quality. We're I think we're only about 120, 130 off 2K, which is amazing. So again, before you leave, don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. Really, really appreciate it. And we will be back as well on Saturday for your match build up as well. Ahead of Portsmouth. There won't be any watch along this week, guys. We're going to head in and do a full match day vlog. So we're heading into the Camden. It's a Leeds supporters group, a club, a pub where they meet, a sports club where all Leeds fans basically descend there to watch the game together. So we're going to do a full vlog of our trip into Dublin City Centre. We'll interview a couple of the Leeds fans, get a couple of the pictures and the atmosphere that does be around the Camden as well. It's a really, really good atmosphere.
I'm not drinking.
Right,
before Danny asks, I know Danny's going to ask that question. I'm not drinking. I'm glad.
Yeah, we'll see. So there won't be a watch along this week. So yeah, we're gonna give it a miss this week. And we'll do a full match, not match day vlog, a full kind of day vlog and meet with other Leeds fans and stuff like that. So that should be a good one. We're looking forward to that. And then we'll be back then as normal then for our match reactions, then rolling into next week and a busy period coming up for our Leeds United before
so just
international break.
Real quick though, any Irish fans that are here, or Leeds fans that are living in Leeds, sorry, I really screwed up. If you are come to the Camden on Sunday to watch the game, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're heading into Dublin for that. Gareth says, lads, loving the chat. Cheers, appreciate that, Gareth. But I want to do this kind of a lot more because myself and Dylan, we like these OBL reacts, and it's a kind of relaxed step away from kind of the going on at Leeds United and the madness of promotion, Dylan, isn't it, at the minute? It's nice to kind of step back, do reacts, look back to the past, and kind of just sit and have a chilled kind of chat with people, isn't it? Because the way only Leeds Bros has been, it's been very much match build up, watch alongs, reactions, all been kind of serious. And to be honest, myself and Dylan aren't really serious.
I'm not serious.
We're not very serious people. So this is something that we want to do, and we keep saying it here on this channel. We want to do something a little bit different to what everyone else has, and look, whether OBL React takes off or it doesn't, we're still going to be constantly brainstorming and doing something a little bit different because we want to be a little bit different to everyone else and bring you guys something a bit different because let's be honest, we can all kind of do previews, watch along reviews, Dylan, and it kind of just gets a bit boring, doesn't it? So it's nice to kind of shake it up. We do our player ratings as well. We have a nice little twist. Danny and Sean, you are going to love this, but I came up with a cracking idea this week. So you have obviously seen our player ratings that we do after each game, where we're going to start doing on our match reactions. We're going to drop a link down in the description and we'll put it up in the chat as well. So you can basically click in. You can give your player ratings then on every single player, Daniel Fark, the referee. All the scores then will be calculated then overnight. And then when we're doing our player ratings videos, we'll pop up the average OLB audience score down for that player. So we'll have the OLB audience score I'll be basically asking Dylan, and Dylan will give his score. So yeah, different kind of approach to player ratings as well. But again, it's just to try and get you guys involved into it as well, to see if Dylan's way off the mark. So it's more so testing Dylan every week with his player ratings and his.
And last thing as well, lads, just real quick, any money that me and Darren have received from Only Leeds Bros has been pumped back in to the channel. I want, like me and Darren, I was going to say, myself and Darren really want to blow this channel up for you guys. You know, at the end of the day, for me and Darren, I just love talking about Leeds United. That's it. Whether we win, lose, don't get me wrong, when we lose, I want to smash my head up. But that's what it's all about for me. So for you guys to just be watching the videos, it's brilliant. So I really, really appreciate it.
Cheers, Sean says, great chat, lads. Cheers, Sean, buddy. I am working, so I won't be there on my way, buddy. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I haven't been in the Cameron since the playoff final, so hopefully it's a better outcome to this time. Andy says, lives are always better. Sean Healy always puts you on the spot. And like, I love lives as well, Andy, but it's always kind of been like, say, try and do like a video as well to kind of mix it up. But I do have to say, personally, I think you're the same as well, Dylan. I love the lives as well. I love bouncing off the chat.
I like interacting with people, yeah.
And interacting like that. This is what we do for me. So yeah, we want to do this. OLB reacts are so good. Make it like, yeah, we love it. And I think live, Dylan, is probably the way to go forward. And again, this was a trial tonight to see how the lives go. So probably going forward, Dylan, OLB reacts is probably going to be live videos from now on. So they definitely seem to be like that as well. Baby Zebra says, hi darlings, hope you're keeping well. Great idea. Tanaka 10 every week. That'll be it from you, Sean, won't you? Yeah, so basically, so it'll be like an average score, Sean. So yeah, if you do say 10 every week, and then we have another 5 people saying 8 or 7, I will always kind of give the average score by the end of it, and then it'll be a cut-off point. It'll always be like an end video, say probably an hour or 2 before we start recording our player ratings video, and then we'll get your average scores and put it up. But it'll be a good bit of crack deal amount to kind of bounce off. We won't be telling Dylan your guys' score as well, so Dylan will be going in blind. Dylan will give his rating first, and then I'll pop up then the OLB community rating to see if he's a little bit further off, and then we'll give him a little bit of stick then if he's being a little bit too harsh.
That's what I'm here for. Everyone just comes give me stick. That's what it's all about.
It's what we're here for, Dylan. It's what we're here for, buddy.
You know what? Just going back real quick to when I choked on the war, just to confirm that the amount of messages I received, right, considering that I thought people were asking me, all right, what a video, Dillo. Thanks very much for the laugh. It's all right, lads. I really died, but I'm glad that everyone had a great laugh of it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for.
That's what we're here for. White Snakes Boy is here. Unusual for me to join live. It is, buddy. Hope you're keeping well. I know you're reviewing all the Leeds content creators at the minute. Go easy on us, buddy. Yeah, but I've been enjoying watching. I love your reviewing videos. Great idea as well. It's class. So if any of you haven't, go check out White Snake Boys as well. Really, really good channel. Nice, relaxed channel. And he is reviewing all the Leeds United content creators. So pop across and have a look at have his opinion. It's class. Very, very good. Sean Healy says, I'm from me. Not
Sean, don't
because he's not paying. Piro minus for me, Dillo. White Snake's in the house. Has he reviewed you guys yet? Not just yet, Andy. Not just yet. So we are waiting on it, eagerly waiting to hear his thoughts on it. I won't give you stick, Dillo. Just don't joke.
I'll try my best. Appreciate it.
They get reviewed in the coming weeks, yeah. So looking forward to seeing that, Stevie. So cheers for that, buddy. Look, lads, we will leave it there. We will wrap it up for OLB Reacts, the first ever live video. As I said, I thought it went very well. I think we'll probably do these a lot more live, Dylan, rather than videos. So it's nice interaction, isn't it, with the chat as well. So again, guys, yeah, we'll love yous and leave yous. Thanks very much for popping in. Thanks very much for everyone in the chat. We hope you have a great rest of your week. We will be back on Saturday for our match build up. As again, no watch along. And then we'll be back as normal for our match reactions and player ratings and stuff like that as well. So we give you guys more information as we go. Before you leave, please slap a like on the video. Really, really helps us out. And hit subscribe to the channel as well. We'd really, really appreciate it. So we chat you all again soon. Have a great night. Mind yourselves and mind each other. Love yous.